Yeah, guys, so welcome to my neighborhood, man. I walked these streets so many times. You know, I don't know if I ever really thought about what life was like outside of here. But this is where my mom lived.
Okay.
Hi, what's up, pretty lady? What's going on? Listen, girl, just making sure we bring the hood everywhere we go. Keep telling our stories. This is it. This is my address, man. This is where it all started, right here. My mom lived here when she was pregnant with me. I remember she told me she left out of here at 8 months pregnant and went to go hang out with her girlfriend, and she came back and came back from the emergency room because she had got beat up really bad when she was 8 months pregnant with me. There was her girlfriend's abusive husband who beat her up really badly, and she said she left out of here, left my dad in here, and she left out with a fork. And the fork, because my dad was cooking dinner and they were just getting ready to eat. And she said the fork was the only thing that saved her life. So, saved her life by default, saved my life. And that was the beginning of my story. Like they said I wasn't supposed to make it out of that, or my mom, really. So, I think, you know, things happen in our lives where, you know, we feel like we're under attack and maybe we don't know if we can make it out of those situations. But it's like when you have a purpose on your life, it's like there's no attack or assassination that can take you out. I think we were living right here, 1317 Congress Street, when I felt like I realized that I'm a little different.
What do you say different here?
I mean, everything happened right here at this address. I mean, different, like, I wanted something more than what I saw every day. Different as in, you know, I wasn't just a product of my environment. I wasn't just, you know, 1317 or Congress Park Girl or whatever the nicknames they gave us from wherever they were. And this pavement right here, this front pavement, you can see it's a little lighter than the rest of the pavement, because there was someone standing at the top of these steps, and then I was probably looking out that window where the blinds are broken up at, and I watched somebody from those steps over there shoot across the street and blast the person away. Being young and seeing something like that, I don't think there's no 9-year-old that should ever have that experience. It reminds me every day to cherish the value of life. I find myself a lot of times fighting to remind, like, you know, Black Lives Matter, fighting to remind us and ourselves that we matter. You know, I remember just not knowing what I was looking for, but just looking for something. You gotta really, really dig deep to say, okay, what do I really want my life to look like? It has to be more to life. Like, I want something different, I want something more. And then because you open up that possibility, you start just looking for more.
What are some of your top priorities? What are some of the things that you're focusing on right now?
Top priorities is definitely my health. Because I think for a long time, I never learned how to take care of me. Or we never learned how to take care of ourselves, right? I don't remember really a class on drinking the appropriate amount of water, or, you know, eating the right amount of fruits and vegetables. Health is a major platform, you know, from my personal health on down to health and nutrition in the area that I live in.
Let's talk about Don't Mute My Health DC. What is that program and how are you involved in that?
I'm a health ambassador. One of the things we're trying to do is bring health food options to communities like where I grew up at, to give fresh produce, fresh food, to help educate people on the importance of agriculture. So we want to put healthy produce in the grocers. Right now we have a nutritionist in the Giant around the corner. This is what's considered to be a food desert because of the lack of veggies and produce that are here.
Do you find that to be intentional?
I believe that it's all systemic. If you don't get the proper food and vegetables, then you're probably gonna end up sick. And then when you end up sick, you're probably gonna need a doctor. And I don't remember us having proper health facilities or services here since I was born. As a matter of fact, there's a hospital. If I could throw a rock straight down the street for about 0.5 miles, there's a hospital that my mom went to give birth to me from down the street. And they turned her away and sent her across town. It's certainly a triangle effect that you put folks in poor Black communities. Then you make sure they don't have the proper fruits and vegetables, proper nutrients for their homes and their children. And then you bring guns and drugs into those communities. And you watch them kill themselves off. You know, and this is my community, and so I'm always assessing like what can I bring back, what needs to be done here when I'm thinking about tangibles, right? And so the health was a big part. So putting better grocers in the store, reducing the cost of food, because you know in this food desert we pay more for our food than in wealthier communities. Working to get people actual resources for health and mental health. I'm going to show people that it's okay to get mental health services. Clearing off student debts, helping people become debt-free and financially savvy is top priority for me. We definitely need more resources to bring to the community. We first have to bring people to the awakening of the gifts that they have. And I think that is so important, because no one ever came here and told me that you have a talent, you're gifted, you have a purpose. You have to find a way to tap into the imagination of young people and reinforcing what's possible for them. But there's so many people here that I just want to make sure that they're okay. You know, I want to make sure their families are okay.
Real quick, so
we lost a lot of people in the community. And I want to do something to dedicate that back to them.
Tell me real quick, what prompted you to run for commissioner, and then kind of where that led you to where you are now? And that'll be my last question.
Running for commissioner, I went to go and early vote. All I did was go to vote. And I was writing my name on, I was, you know, voting as usual. And I saw there were no names on the ballot for the commissioner seat. So I wrote my name in. I wrote my name in and told a friend, I said, do you know that they had the audacity not to put somebody's name on the ballot for this position? I said, I just wrote my name in. And so sheer ignorance got me in that position, to be honest with you. It wasn't anything grand. I called a friend. I said, I put my name on the ballot because they didn't have anybody else on the ballot. And he responded to say, Darrell Gaston, a buddy of mine running for State Board of Education right now. He said, Sharece, you have to go do it. And I said, go do what? Exactly does that mean? And he walked me through the Board of Elections process, told me to go down there to complete the documents to run for the office based on my address. And the rest is history. We voted on issues like having safe houses for young people. We dealt with issues like, missing girls and sex trafficking, which is brought back up recently in policy to decriminalize sex work. So I'm actively engaged in that conversation. We were able to shut down slumlords. We were able to shut down brothels and sex rings. We were able to, here in DC, we were able to shut down child sex trafficking locations, where there are so many more that are out there. And so we've been changing policies and adding and updating government sites as a part of me being elected. And so we were,
You did a lot.
and somehow it still doesn't feel like enough.